There's Alice from Batwoman. We're getting some kind of like a halfway crossover. Oh, why has it been cut? Oh, yeah. Oh, damn.
Drop your knife.
Oh, jeez. Well, she definitely fights like Alice, throwing knives and all. Yeah, she definitely fights like Alice. Oh, who are you, mysterious knife lady?
Coriander. I see you've prepared a welcome gift. Have him washed immediately and returned.
What, Connor? A welcome gift?
What?
Clearly the strapping one is my manservant, here to attend to my needs.
The strapping
Sure,
one.
I can
huh?
attend to your needs. That's not what she's talking about.
Oh, okay. Like.
But is the green one not yours? I'll need someone to draw me a bat. Where would that
Oh
be?
boy.
I'm gonna draw you a bat.
So she actually wants like someone to play with? She actually wants like a manservant to play with? Is that Catwoman? Are we getting Selena Kyle here? Is that Catwoman? Catwoman, she doesn't use laser. No, she has a talon, usually like a claw. That's not. Oh, the shuriken.
That was a warning shot. Drop the vase.
Oh. Oh. Oh, she's got moves. She's got moves. Babs!
Harper?
Security here is
Babs!
It's my way of keeping my dad on his toes.
Were they dating back here? Were they actually together back here? Were they?
Stronger than it looks. Kind of like me.
Definitely.
Hey, can I ask you something? Why don't you join me and Bruce? You're halfway there. He
Oh, so she hasn't become Batgirl yet. She hasn't
Batman,
become Batgirl
Robin,
yet.
and
Batgirl.
Robin Girl.
Oh, hell oh, no. Jesus, Dick.
how about Batgirl?
There we go. Let the woman come up with her own name.
Robin Girl has a nicer ring.
No, it does not. Don't even kid yourself. It does not. Just no.
You follow rules. I like to break them.
Be right back. Gonna change my name to Rules. Oh boy. Oh, the vase. Veas.
See if you want to give it back now. Show me.
Oh god, she is gorgeous. She is wow. She is wow. She is wow. Oh damn. It's happening. It's happening. Oh jeez. Oh, President. Oh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He got shot. Yeah, because the sniper that she ordered. Yeah, he got shot. Yeah. Wow. Well, it's a hell of a dream to have.
I didn't want to put you guys at risk.
Oh, bullshit, Grayson.
Excuse me?
Dude, Hank blew up. Dawn left us forever, and Jason went dark. This family is dying, and you go out alone and get
Oh, his
yourself
eyes.
shot?
Oh, his skin. Oh, he's beasting out.
You even hear the words coming out of your mouth.
Take 10.
Yeah. Oh, damn. I mean, let's be honest. Gara's going through it. Gara's actually going through it this season too.
There's something I need to tell you.
Does it involve catching Red Hooded Scarecrow?
No.
Then I'll hear about it later.
No, her sister's here, and she might want to make you her manservant as well, or instead. Yeah. Jeez. Oh. Oh right. Oh yeah. Superboy. Super hands. Yeah. No heat. Yeah. Oh god.
Nice throw.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. He can handle her. He can handle her. Yeah.
Let's eat.
So let's step it up.
There's a greater plan at work, Padawan learner. Mysteries to be revealed.
There's no plan without
You are not. You are no Obi-Wan Kenobi.
And I
You
see
are
what's
no. You may have the beard and the hair, but you are no Obi-Wan Kenobi. Oh, it's her. Who is she? Who the hell is she? And she's got a sword now. She's got a sword this time. Oh Jesus. Oh. God damn. If I don't love an evil woman with a sword. God damn.
If you are unhappy, there are others who are more than willing to take up the
So he needs to get in line or get the hell out. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, he can't start making demands to Scarecrow because then he's got other assassins lined up too. So, damn. Way to get the message across. Way to get the message across.
Blackfire. Pleasure's yours.
Blackfire, you're
Yes.
person who killed your boyfriend and your parents
Huh.
in our kitchen.
Well, she's not going to kill your kitchen. You can rest easy knowing that much.
Let's go.
You just got shot.
Bruce got shot all the time. Didn't stop him.
Look how well that went.
Yeah.
I guess I'll just have to do better.
Yeah. I thought the suit was meant to be woven with Kevlar or something. He mentioned that in the season 2 finale.
Clearly, he satisfies your urges.
Well, he used to. He used to. They're not. I don't think they're up to that much anymore. But they used to. They used to.
Not allowed access.
Barbara.
On whose orders? Barbara Gordon's.
Yeah. So she shoots him, and now she denies him access. One hell of an ex-girlfriend. Is he allowed in the police station at least? I think he must be if he's just walking through like this.
Yeah.
You gonna shoot me again?
Mm.
This is more your range.
You hurt?
Little.
Emotionally? Mm.
We were only able to recover the audio, which is useless. So
Maybe not
Unless you have any other
completely.
ideas.
You can isolate audio, right?
One idea. Oracle.
Oracle.
is that what this routine's all been about?
This is Red Hood and Scarecrow.
They think they're above the law. Kidnapping prisoners, using them as bait.
You used to want to break the rules.
Fair enough.
I love she even has like a casual version of
Worst
the actual
case
suit too, like a
music
nice
ever.
purple dress.
I see some things never
Yeah.
change.
I wonder if it transforms into the actual into the actual suit though, or because she still has the necklace. I wonder if that's maybe what it's contained in.
I don't like labs. Bad memories.
Makes sense.
Ditto.
Yeah. mm.
So, what's Tamaran like?
Not like Earth. No open skies, no flowing water.
Really?
The very air burns your skin. Corey never appreciated Tamarin when she had it. Have you heard stories of
They're using
Krypton?
similar music to Hank and Dawn's theme. Very
How did
similar,
you know?
very similar
I
tunes.
can see the strength of Krypton running in your blood.
Ah, she knows he's Kryptonian.
Half Kryptonian and half human.
Neither here nor there. I have empathy for that struggle. Every royal is born with it except me,
Oh, she has no
the
fire.
cursed child.
Ah, okay.
I was treated as less than a worm. It wasn't power I coveted. It was acceptance.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, the
Titans took me
black
in.
sheep of the family.
Maybe they could take you in too.
A family that doesn't share blood.
Yes, very, very much possible.
They've got my back.
Yeah.
No matter
The
what.
blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb.
When they're happy.
Same bomb used on Hank.
Oh, she has the same heart bomb. Same heart bomb.
31 beats, what do we do?
Make a deactivator. No one's gonna die this time.
Make it, can you? Oh, well, he knows how to do it now. He knows how to do it. But then you got the permutations and everything. Are they gonna, is it gonna work? 9, 8.
Done.
There we go. There we go. 2 beats left. Okay. This time he saves someone. This time he actually manages to save her.
Any chemical compound with pulses of high-energy positrons resulting in oxidative reactions in the pentose phosphate pathway.
Okay, so what does Crane want with it?
That's a
Cool.
good question. I guess I could alter the machine to multiply other chemicals.
Like the fear stuff, yeah. The anti-fear toxin. Or maybe the fear toxin. Whichever one he wants.
Mr. Wine, fuck!
Oh god.
get in the car.
Commander. Oh god. Blackfire. Did she really escape after that talk? Did the idea of family intimidate her? Or did she not want to have to work for it?
Are you okay? You want to talk about something? I'm all ears.
I have to believe that this dude we fought alongside, my friend,
Yeah.
he's not all bad.
I don't really think he's been remolded. He's been grant warded. He's been taken into the hands of an actual psychopath and then turned into this. In Bruce's hands he was damaged, sure, but he was never a villain. He was never evil.
Bruce?
I'll be where it all started.
Bruce?
Come quickly.
He wants to meet Barbara?
I'm Barbara.
No, that has to be a trap. Why would he call Barbara of all people? Especially after how their last interaction went down. Why would he risk contacting Barbara?
We have audio from the murders, but no visual. Bruce and I used to do this together. Part of my training.
Yeah, oh, trying to identify exactly what attack it was.
Killer was 12 feet northeast of the surgeon.
Damn.
Okay, take a 7-inch blade and do a horizontal slash from west to east.
Oh, and actually recreating the sound too. Oh, nice.
That's it.
Yeah, there we go. Good to see them working together. Yeah. Oof. He is good.
Good work.
He is good.
I know who the killer is.
You do? Who is it? It's not Alice, is it? Not Alice from Batwoman? 6 years ago? Did they face her? Did they face her together?
We make sense.
You think we make sense?
Yeah.
That's what every girl would say. Tell me that you've run the numbers and I'll sweat.
Oh, they're so cute together. Oh, God.
Fuck Batman.
Oh, she did it first. She said it first. Bab said it first.
You said 2 keypads.
I'll be taking that.
It is her. Oh, boy. Oh, jeez. It is her. I think so, yeah. Oh, there's 2 of them. Oh, she has a partner too. Oh, yeah, flips for days. Flips for days. Oh. Oh, God, the leg. Oh. I'm pretty sure that's her, right? Oh, and she got her own partner. She got her own partner. Yeah, this one. Oh, she lost her partner. So I think maybe she was actually jealous of the cops in the beginning having their own love.
Oh shit.
Oh shit, indeed. Oh, and she's back. She's back with a vengeance. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, Bob, tell me you got something besides from a gun. Batons! She's got batons. She's got batons. God, yes. Oh, yes. Oh. Oh, God, I love you, Barbara Gordon. Oh, God, flashbang. Oh. Damn, she really just had like a pair of batons stashed away in her wheelchair and she can still do the swish and the swash and everything else. She still got it. Babs has still freaking got it. I love that. I love it.
I was on the wrong side of the tracks, where you should have been, and found out from the rats of Gotham that Crane is in bed with the mob. But
Connor, give us the room.
Mhm.
I can't trust
She's actually
one
checking out
word
Connor.
that comes out of your mouth.
Really?
For 6 years, Lady Vic leaves you alone, and now all of a
Lady
sudden she wants
Vic.
a pound of flesh?
Okay, that's a cool name, Lady
It's
Vic.
about you and I working together again in Gotham.
Maybe it was just a...
Oh, she's got little workout sets too. So Babs is still at it in one way or another.
Right.
Oh, the angst, the tension. Do they still make sense? After all these years, do they still make sense? So this is Lady Vic. I am loving her so far.
The bitch still has moves. Flash
Oh, she got a facial, yeah.
I'll add another skill.
So what are they gonna do with her face?
Fuck you, Crane.
Oh, sure, yeah, he's,
Man, your shit
so he's
started
going his own
now.
Red Hood way then. Oh no. Tim?
Seriously?
Tim? Oh no.
Yeah, but you know.
Oh no, no, no. Ah! Tim! Jason, what the fuck have you done? We haven't seen Tim for like 3-4 episodes, and then when we do, he gets shot. No, oh no, his parents. His parents. Oh. God. Oh. God, you hooded little rascal. So I mean, I feel like most, if not all, people who watch Titans or like consume this story, should probably be like at least somewhat like aware of the fact that that Barbara and Dick like are known like throughout the entire kind of comic book history to actually have had a relationship. I think whether or not it's an on and off, I think I'm kind of taking like an educated guess and saying it's like an on and off thing because it very much, I think, especially like the way it's interpreted here, especially the way it's interpreted here, I feel like it's a very, very kind of inspired interpretation, and then that kind of interpretation is that it's maybe somewhat on and off, but at least like the way they do it here is that they did have a pretty solid history to begin with, but then somewhere down the line maybe even when the whole Titan stuff started happening, that's when they split, and then since then they haven't really kind of seen or been in that much contact with each other, so that's kind of there. But then we see 6 years ago they did kind of get together. And Dick as Robin caught her breaking into a museum and trying to steal like a precious kind of vase or vase, as you call it. I think, you know, Americans call it a vase. Over here we call it a vase, so whichever way you do it, you know, so she tried to steal like a museum artifact and everything, and he didn't initially know it was her, and I fully did not expect it to be her either. I thought, you know, because I think 6 years ago, so I think, you know, definitely before she lost her, she actually became paralyzed by the Joker. And interesting little tidbits. I mean, I actually read, right, because I was actually curious as to how Savannah Welch, like the actress herself, was playing Barbara as well, and especially like with the whole thing, I noticed like earlier on in the season, like her only seeming to have one leg as well. I actually read online that Savannah Welch actually was like involved in some kind of like a car accident, and in that accident she actually like the damage to one of her legs was actually so severe and so irreparable they actually had to amputate the entire leg. So like in real life she actually did lose like an entire leg, and that's why in the present day. So I'm wondering how they managed to pull off the 6 years like flashbacks and everything, like maybe if they used like a body double, or maybe if they gave her like a prosthetic leg to be able to use. But then when she takes off the mask, I mean, when she takes off the mask, she's not fighting. She's really only ever fighting when she has a mask on. So in that way, it's really much easier to actually hide like a stunt double there too. So. So yeah, so then I guess, yeah, so now I think it didn't really hit me until now, like, oh yeah, she's got both of her legs, but then it's like, I remember just now as well, like, oh yeah, I actually did like read up on her, like a little bit of her kind of backstory, and stuff. So then that happened to her, so then she has been in like a wheelchair ever since, so she is very, very relatable to Barbara Gordon's story in that way too, which is that. And yeah, so then yeah, like it hit me like is she using like any kind of a leg for like the stunts, or is it like stunt double when the mask is up and she's fighting? Because then because yeah, again, she is, I think she pretty certainly was using like a mask, like her mask on when she was fighting both Dick and Lady Vic later in the second museum scene as well. But then when she's on the bed, she's on her knees, so I don't know. I can't tell how they pulled off those scenes, if they actually, like, I don't know. So yeah, I do wonder how they pulled off some of those actual kind of scenes of her having both her legs, if they actually used like a stunt double, or I mean, for the fights, I think that would be the most logical place to use a stunt double, but then I don't know if they'd actually use any other kind of like prosthetic or any other kind of camera work for any other scenes, especially like when she's on the bed and she actually gets up on her knees and stands up to Dick and everything. So or like kneels up to Dick and everything. So I don't know, but either way, still very, very effective work on those 6 years flashbacks and actually showcasing her in her earlier Barbara Gordon years. So that's cool. But yeah, no. So I think she was interested in like pulling some Selena Kyle Catwoman-esque kind of stunts, like breaking into museums, and even saying like in like the one advantage was also that the security there wasn't really as sophisticated. So at least for her, it was easy enough to get into. So then because of that, she could easily don some other kind of Catwoman style kind of garbs and use like lasers and stuff to cut through the glass and do stuff. So she definitely surprised Dick as Robin. She definitely surprised Robin actually breaking into a museum and doing stuff. But then yeah, so then she revealed that she was tired of actually being the perfect daughter. She had the perfect kind of marks and the perfect kind of like the perfect looking future, and even foreshadowed her own kind of her own future of actually even possibly even actually taking up the commission job from him in the future, should that kind of opportunity ever actually come her way. So but she didn't want to be that. She didn't really want to be that. She wanted to be a rule breaker. She wanted to be a bit more rebellious and a bit more open and free and stuff. And she even actually, you know, I mean, Dick even offered her a place. I think she personally, like even through her own personal training, she was already halfway there. So then, Dick like actually accurately kind of predicted that, even possibly with some more kind of training from Batman himself, maybe she could even be like, be a part of their team. I mean, again, like Robin Girl, I think they definitely tried a little bit too hard to have Dick try and come up with his own name there. Like Robin Girl was just the most obvious like cop out of like Dick trying to come up with his own name for her, but then her being like, nah, Batgirl, like there can definitely be a Batgirl, and also Batgirl is a much catchier, much nicer on the kind of like has much more of a ring to it, but Robin Girl just seemed like the most obvious kind of pairing, like, oh, so I mean, Batman already has a sidekick, so then why not give Robin a sidekick too? So yeah, no, but Batgirl. So we never saw her suiting up as Batgirl in this. But we never saw her adventures as Batgirl in this. And I think episode 1 definitely did show us that she actually does have a history as Batgirl too. She actually did fight as Batgirl, and I think it was then that during her time as Batgirl that Joker actually shot her in the spine and everything, and then she actually became paralyzed, and then she became Oracle. So yeah, so she's just great on both fronts. She's great with tech, and she's great with the computer, and she's also great with her own fists and feet and everything. So, or at least now, like with both her foot. So yeah, I mean, even that fight with Lady Vic, she just, wow, Barbara freaking Gordon. She just, she initially had a gun, but then she actually managed to pull out some secretly hidden batons in her wheelchair and used to actually block and attack and swipe. And she just had like 12s that like she still has moves. She still definitely has moves, and I fucking love that. I fucking love it. She is just amazing on all corners, on all fronts. So it really works in her favor. She can definitely still handle herself, and she's not really afraid, and she, definitely gonna came prepared as well. So that was really cool. But yeah, no, Babs and Dick. So I think the first flashback we saw, I think they probably didn't officially have anything going on. It was only by the time of the second flashback when they were actually in the museum and making out in the corridors, and Dick being like, oh, you make sense and all that kind of stuff. Like that was only like when things were even slightly or officially happening. So but then even in the first one, even back at her place, I mean, yeah, they got to talking, then to drinking, then to talking again, and then wearing some jewelry, and then they got a little bit close, and then you could cut the tension with a knife, but then they decided to cut it with a kiss instead, and they started making out and stuff. So yeah, Barbara and Dick. I think, yeah, again, like an age-old romance in the comics. I think his two. I don't know if he has any other ones that are more minor or more short-lived. But then his two most iconic ones and his two more kind of longer-lived and more fleshed-out ones are both him with Barbara and also him with Corey too. Him with Starfire is a pretty big one. So having them both in the show, I think I did. I kind of have been kind of hearing some different kind of thoughts about like how people are kind of like not necessarily afraid, but just kind of curious as to which one like they might push more if they're gonna go with Barbara and Dick, because I think that one would probably would have happened before he met Corey, so then that one would be the first one, but then Corey is I think the more current one, and the slightly more lengthier one too. So either way, I think so far, I think it definitely doesn't. It definitely doesn't really feel like they've been pushing the Corey and Dick that one like this season. I mean, granted, I'm not really. I haven't really reached the end yet, so I haven't actually seen exactly how far they go. But I think so far they haven't really been pulling off much of anything besides from like a deeper rooted friendship between him and Corey. Like I mean, besides from them two having actually slept together to for like a fair amount of season 1, they haven't really been pushing like a lot between them. So I'm not really sure like how far they're going or like how far they want to go with that one. But then with Dick and Barbara this season so far, it's definitely giving off the vibes of like old history reignited, and yeah, even in the present day, them two, like especially in this episode, even in the present day, like them two still kind of having those memories running through their head and feeling those vibes again, and actually contemplating like, do they resist, do they give in, do they talk about it, do they do something or whatever. So those like feelings and then those vibes definitely come in. So like seeing them together in this one, I think they're just really cute. They're actually really cute. They actually are really cute together. I think Dick and Corey have like a certain kind of hotness about them, like them two being like, I think especially like I think with them two it's like, I think it's definitely more like with them two it's definitely more like, you know, like a more mature kind of like attraction between them two, like them two is like, in like they're just purely like consenting and like kind of like wild, kind of like, not wild but like more like mature adults who are together and everything, whereas with Barbara and Dick, and especially with Barbara and Dick, them two having like known each other for like a long time, like they're like there's even Dick, even I think in the first or second episode, he actually looked through pictures of him and Barbara together at like some kind of award ceremony for her father or something. So like they have history between them, and especially because Batman has known Bruce has known Jim as long as he's been Batman, and he's been Batman for a really long fucking time. So, you know, like it would then be fair to say that, you know, like that Dick has known Barbara for as long as he's been Robin. So then like there's that like a years and years and years of history between them, whereas with him and Corey there's only like about three seasons now, and in that time it's like, you know, it really doesn't feel like they've actually explored as much as they could have, and as much as they, like, you know, might need to in like to actually try and pull off a romance between them. So hopefully they do explore more. Hopefully they do actually push for more and actually explore more and see where they can take them. But I think with Barbara and Dick, especially with this season, it does seem like there's like a lot more stuff being reignited, and like a lot more kind of like goofier, kind of cuter and sweeter kind of memories between them, and like their time together in the past was a lot sweeter and a lot goofier and a lot more kind of, you know, like very, very kind of sickeningly sweet almost, but just like sickeningly being like a kind of like a word like for lack of a better word, kind of sickeningly, but like them two, especially like especially like that second flashback in the corridor of the museum, like them two just kind of like just, you know, being, you know, all pansy with each other before actually going in for the museum break-in. There's like a more human and a lot more kind of a lot more, again, just like a much goofier, much kind of more kind of innocent, like there's a lot more of like an innocence to them, I feel, compared to him and Corey. For him and Corey, I think that for him and Corey, I feel like there's much more like maturity to them, but then with him and Barbara, there's a lot more kind of deep-rooted kind of innocence and friendliness and stuff like that. Like they can be really casual with each other, but then with him and Corey, it's like with him and Corey, like there's still trust and there's still kind of like, you know, like a kind of like confidence between them. But yeah, there's definitely like that, like there's definitely like those two different levels of kind of like vibes and chemistry between them. There's like equally appreciable, but then still like noticeably different, like as to how they are around each other and how they see each other as well. So yeah, it's cool. But yeah, Barbara and Dick, Babs and Dick. So they are very cute. They are very, very cute. So yeah. But yeah, now in the present day, Barbara is not a big fan of vigilantes in general. She even said she specifically does not like vigilantes in general, but then she also doesn't like her time as Oracle, and she doesn't like Oracle, like that mantle, like what she did, the person she was and stuff. So I think that one was a specific callback to declining Dick's kind of request and Dick's kind of consideration of actually using Oracle to track down Scarecrow and Red Hood. But then, you know, she also just kind of made it a clear point that like she just doesn't like vigilantes in general. She like vigilantism in itself like has been much more of like a poison on her life and on her history than it has anything else. Like vigilantism and his connection to it got her father killed, and she has lost other stuff. Like she's lost other people. She's lost like, you know, so much to that kind of life and that kind of you know, path of life and everything. So I think she also just kind of sees like vigilantism, like especially vigilantism in Gotham too. I think vigilantism in general. I feel like it's like anywhere else it could be commendable and it could be appraisal worthy and everything. Like if it was in like, you know, Metropolis or Central City. I don't know if they have a Central City in this, but Central City, Coast City, anywhere where any of the other superheroes. I don't think anywhere where any of the other superheroes are where they're also powered, because I think like almost anywhere like nowhere is as bad as Gotham, and it's also its most iconic superhero is also like a regular human being with all these gadgets and this kind of training and everything, but it's also like a regular human guy who goes up against all these other kind of it's a regular human guy who goes up against all these other supervillains, like some of whom are actually super, like some of whom actually have powers and different kind of stuff, like Bane and, you know, all these different kind of mad scientists that come out of the kind of magician's hat and everything. So, and like Mad Hatter and everything. So he's a regular human guy who goes up against all these other kind of superhuman odds and everything, and then he trains his sidekicks and his cohorts to do the same thing, and then they kind of pay the price in different ways and stuff like that. So, you know, Barbara, but I think Barbara definitely kind of considers herself like lucky or a survivor or something. So then she kind of definitely wanted to get out while she still could, and then she did, and now she's refusing to look back. So yeah, and I think Oracle too. I think she I think with Oracle though, she still helped Batman. She still helped the Bat family and everything. Like she still did what she could, and then that was still aiding in vigilantism, and then and that still kind of did things, and then cost her quite a bit too. So with Oracle though, that I think, you know, looking at it truthfully, I feel like there was like a bit of like a passive aggressiveness to Oracle too. Like she definitely, I think the one advantage even her today would have was that, you know, she definitely wouldn't be in the field. She definitely wouldn't have to partake in everything, but then she'd still be assisting, and she'd still be kind of, Oracle would also definitely be like more of like a somewhat more of like an off the books kind of thing too, like her actually using advanced systems and hacking into different security systems and actually doing that kind of stuff all over again, and then her being commissioned now, she has like a much bigger responsibility on her hands, and on her shoulders. So yeah, she does not like Oracle. She does not like Oracle or any vigilante kind of activity. So yeah. Gar was going through it. Gar has been going through it this season. Like, he's just been watching his friends kind of fall and being torn apart, and he's been watching his family get torn apart. Like, this is just, and tearing each other apart too. Like this episode, was like he was on the verge of beasting the fuck out, and even him actually, I think because of that, I think in terms of him actually letting his rage out, and actually him actually voicing his own concerns and voicing his own kind of thoughts and everything, I actually, you know, pretty much condoned him actually, you know, like swearing at Dick, yelling at Dick, and actually trying to get his voice out there, because I think people were just kind of, part of me feels like they just kind of assumed that he would just be willing to go along with anything, and he's like he still, like, to them he still maybe kind of seems like a junior, but then a junior that they can even actually tell to do like more mature and adult things and everything. But then he's like, no, fuck that, I am like an actual proper member of this team, and regardless of whether that means senior or junior or whatever kind of other age based kind of crap you want to put onto me, he is still a member of this team. He's still, you know, he notices everything that goes on, he sees everything that goes on, and he's just kind of forced to go along with it, and forced to go along with plans, and forced to be okay with things. But no, he cares about this team, he cares about everyone, including Dick, and he doesn't want them going out after after minor or major injuries, and he wants people to actually know that, you know, he still has a voice and he still has a position on this team and everything. So seeing him on the verge of beasting out with his eyes and his snout coming through and his, you know, skin and everything just turning green, just him actually, I think Dick probably thought he was actually on the verge of actually beasting out in the Batcave and actually, you know, tearing them, or like trying to do something. But then, you know, but then Corey being Corey, actually wanting Dick, actually wanting Gar to try and stay calm, she does kind of tell him to cool down and go relax or something. So I feel like that kind of felt like a little bit passive aggressive, like actually tell him to go cool down or something, but then actually, you know, to or telling him to actually take 5 and go away. But then she is like, I think Corey I think Corey and Gar have their plates freaking full this season. They have their plates and their shoulders heavy and full this season, just with all the stuff that's going on, like Gar with all the Titan stuff that's going on, and him trying to keep stuff afloat, and him trying to still be there for people and trying to do his thing, and then Corey having the Jason stuff going on, the Titan stuff going on, and the Corey and the Commander stuff going on too. Just those two, just Corey and Gar need a fucking break. They need a break. They need a nap. They need some rest. They need some endless pampering for at least a good couple of episodes. So they need some. They deserve to be. They deserve to be treated like royalty. Corey and Gar deserve to be treated like royalty for at least a couple of episodes, so they can get their spirits back up and be rejuvenated again to fight the Titans battles another day. So yeah, but Gar, he was, I think also, like, what I really loved was Gar actually still remaining hopeful. Gar actually talking to Dick in the vents and everything, and him still kind of being worried, and him still being, like, you know, pissed off in his own way. him talking to Dick and him actually him comparing the whole kind of like Bruce going out of his way to kill Robert, to kill Joker thing, being comparable to Dick being willing to use Crane to lure Red Hood out so he could actually try and take him down too. And I think for him, for him, he did say he didn't want to have to actually do it, but then I think for him too, I think it would definitely also just count as him actually trying to take him down, but not trying to take him out. So he would actually try and render him unconscious and actually try and take him in if he could. And I think he would probably definitely actively avoid killing too. So there's that. But Gar, I think Gar as well. Like, he is definitely worried about Jason. I think he's worried about Jason in the sense of actually losing his friend too. Like, I mean, Jason's already gone off the grid. He's already made his stance against the Titans perfectly clear, so he has done that much. But then Gar has, Gar fought with him. He trained with him. He befriended him. Like, him and Jason were pretty solid throughout season 2 as well. And they have their own kind of history. As mild as some people might claim it is, it's still like a history. It's still a history that's there, and it's still a history that they have together. So he still wants to hold out hope that the guy he fought with and the guy he was a Titan with is still in there somewhere, and that Jason isn't all bad or anything. So there's that. And then I think they did also bring up some good points where it's like with Jason, he's not completely evil, but he has been reborn and manipulated from that rebirth by Scarecrow himself. He has been manipulated and actually tortured by Scarecrow, so he is now externally a completely different person, but then internally he still kind of has the Jason Todd side of him that they know and recognize. But then bringing that out is going to be a hard enough job and stuff, and even Dick kind of comparing that kind of molding to exactly what Bruce did too. Bruce actually, him taking in Jason, he saw like a kid with anger issues, and he saw a kid with some violence in him that he could actually use in his own kind of quest for peace and justice and all that kind of stuff. So he saw Jason as an actual kind of project, as like an actual new Robin. Like he saw him. He didn't think of taking him in so that he could provide him with shelter and food and like a warm bed for the night and all that kind of regular human stuff. But yeah, he actually saw him, and he thought, I can train this kid to beat the utter crap out of people and wear a cool costume while he does it. So Bruce doesn't really see kids as much as he actually does see sidekicks. I think, again, there was the whole thing in the last episode with him. But I mean, yeah, I think at the same time, I feel like that would be contradicted by Bruce himself in the privacy between him and Jason. Him actually reassuring Jason that he doesn't need a costume to be his son. So I think in that sense, I think Jason was the one kid he took in out of him and Dick that he actually saw as like an actual kind of as a child and as his actual son. Like, I think with Dick, I think Dick was nowhere near as damaged or had nowhere near as rough of a past as Jason. So then he definitely didn't kind of provide Bruce with those kinds of tendencies or those kinds of violent acts or anything. But then with Jason, it's like with Jason, I think that Bruce definitely saw what the kind of teachings and what the failings of Gotham were doing to Jason. So he wanted to avoid losing him to that very same darkness and everything. So then because of that, he wanted to keep him around as Jason, but he wanted him to stop being Robin. He wanted him to stop being that kind of projection of his own psyche and everything. But he wanted to actually keep him around as Jason, and he wanted to keep him around as his son. So there's that kind of, I feel like that kind of episode showed us that it definitely showed us that there is somewhat of a duality to Bruce Wayne that even Dick Grayson did not really know about or did not really recognize or anything. But he spent his entire life kind of believing that like the more kind of physical and violent he got with his kind of drive for justice and vengeance, the more the more he realized that wasn't who he was. It was just who Batman trained him to be. And then I think he definitely still sees it as useful, but then it's like the reasons he does it and the ways he does it and why he does it is not nearly as applicable to him as it is to Bruce. So yeah, but Gar definitely just wants Jason back. He definitely wants to hold out hope that the Jason he still knows and he still trained with is still in there, and the Jason he used to be a Titan with is still in there as well. So yeah. And then we met Lady Vic. I mean, she gave off some Alice vibes. I think I didn't fully believe she was going to be Alice, or that they would really go there and bring in someone that kind of random in this kind of context. But I was like, she definitely has like Alice vibes with the hair, the knife tricks, the kind of like her get up, like her gloves and her jacket and everything, and like her kind of tendency for knives. But then she also uses a sword. She also uses like a sword too, so she's very much a professional assassin, proficient in sword play and knife play and everything, so that's cool. But she was not Alice, she was Lady Vic. So she had actually faced Barbara and Dick at the museum before the second flashback. She had actually faced him before, and she had a partner back then too. She actually had a partner in crime back then who fought Dick, and she fought Babs and everything, so that was cool. But then thanks to like a kind of deflected kind of knife throw from Babs, she actually then ended up actually throwing her own knife into her partner and everything, while Barbara and Dick actually fled and everything. I keep switching between like versions of her name, like Barb and then Barbara and then Babs. I have no idea like which one to actually stick with. I think probably Babs, but yeah, but then she then ended up actually killing her own partner while Babs and Dick actually ran off and everything. So then she mourned for like a good few seconds, and then I think after that she actually just swore vengeance. She just silently kind of swore vengeance upon them and actually swore to hunt them down one day and kill them both, or maybe even just kill Babs just to get back at Dick. Like, you take something from me, I take something from you. So there was that. So yeah, and then she actually wore the two wingsuits. I think, yeah, so then like actually her killing the cops in the beginning was actually her feeling jealous because they were so lovey-dovey out in public with each other, and she kind of missed she missed having what they had and everything, so she just didn't want them to have it at all. So then she killed them and everything, so there was that. But then she actually lured Barbara out. She actually lured Barbara out to the exact same alleyway, like Bruce in the voice kind of collection modulator thing. She actually said, meet me back. Where it all started. So I thought him calling Barbara, I mean, even if that was him calling Barbara, I definitely felt like it, what he said would probably be more applicable to however she started, like back where it all, I mean, he did say back where it all started, not back where we started or back where you started, but like back where it all started, where he first like kind of got set down the path of becoming the Batman and everything. So the alleyway would then make sense. But then so then she meets she kind of meets him in that spot. But then she goes to meet him in the spot. But then it's revealed that Vic actually used one of those little kind of voice kind of what's it called, like a voice board, or like a voice like a mood board, or some kind of like switchboard or something, but I don't know. But either way, it's one of those boards that has like a collection of different kind of voices and different speeches and phrases that you can actually just mash up together to make like a whole new sentence. So she used that to feign like a voice call and to lure Barbara out. So then she was there to kind of kill her. She admittedly was there to kill her out of her own personal vengeance too. But then she also was given orders by Scarecrow to actually quickly grab like a kind of camera shot of her face, like with the flash on and everything, so she got like a pretty clean shot of Barbara's very shocked face. So there was that. So then what they're gonna do with that face, I don't know, because they stole the machine from the hospital. So I think what that thing it treats kids with, I think he said RPPD, so I'm not too sure what that actually is, but it treats kids with that disease. I think it definitely kind of like makes something, like I think maybe if they want to make like a face, maybe if they actually want to make like a face for her, like maybe like making like an actual facial mask or something, like a mask or something, like similar to how Alice in Batwoman actually uses like different slabs of skin to make accurate faces and everything. Or maybe it's like actually like printing out a face, or maybe if it actually like prints out like skin drafts or something, so then you can actually do it that way. But I think with this one, because it's actually a machine, you can easily also just print like a face with like the nose and the eye holes and mouth and everything. So maybe using you, but like then you're like using her face to get into where would be the bigger question, like what kind of access does she have that they don't? I mean, almost anywhere pretty much, but what place specifically would they need access to that she has access to that they don't? Would be the big question. So they got that. So yeah, Lady Vic. Crane hired Lady Vic. Crane actually tracked down and hired Lady Vic, and he also made a very, very eloquent and solidly displayed point to Jason. Jason actually trying to give his own orders to Crane and actually trying to run things himself and trying to make his own mark, but then Crane being like, no, you work for me, so you remember, you do what I task you to, you do what I task you with, you do what I tell you to do, and we follow, and you follow the plan that I set out. You don't get to make your own decisions in this game anymore. You follow the plan that I've set out, and that plan will come to you shortly. And him actually using that display that display of Lady Vic coming in and effortlessly and eloquently killing all of those doctors before getting what Crane wanted, and actually using that as a point to be like, you are now expendable. You are not the only you're not the only killer out there, and you're definitely not the only assassin out there. So if you want to take your guns and start shooting stuff, then you leave this kind of you leave Scarecrow's group and you go off and do your own thing. But he's now expendable, so if he does leave, then he leaves. He's still got Lady Vic, and he's probably got countless other kind of contacts in his list anyway. But Lady Vic is just like the newest addition. So Jason and Red Hood both hold like a lot less value, because he's always got more kind of tricks and more people up his sleeve, so he could always like pull out a random card and still kind of gain something from it. So then that then drives Jason to steal from Crane and his lab as Red Hood himself, and actually try and steal some vials and stealing unfinished vials as well. So then Jason actually manages to hook up some street rats with some unfinished and incomplete versions of the I believe it must have been the anti one. It must have been the anti-fear toxin that he was creating, because then the street rats, or at least like one of them then went into Tim Drake's family kind of takeaway restaurant, and then actually shot up his parents, or at least his dad. He shot his dad. So I thought he was going to shoot Tim. I legitimately thought he was actually going to end up shooting Tim, and then Tim was going to be the next one who was in dire need of medical assistance in the next episode or something. But no, I think whatever happened, Tim managed to hide or something. So then only his dad actually got in the way or tried to stop him or something. So then his dad was the one who was shot, and then stuff like that happened. So I mean, yeah, we haven't seen Tim Drake for like 3 or 4 or 5 episodes at this point, and now the next time we do see him, we're following a criminal into his restaurant, and then watching as this criminal actually shoots his family and everything. So hoping they're not going to pull like another the next Robin candidate also loses his parents in some kind of horrific accident or something. So then I think it would probably be relatively harder for him to be Robin if his parents are still around, and if he still has this nice normal kind of family life in the background too. But then he actually goes off and he fights criminals with the Titans or something. But then I don't know. I'm just hoping they don't toss his parents aside simply for the sake of actually making him Robin somewhere down the line. So hopefully that's not the case. But Tim Drake, he is still here, he's still around, he's still doing stuff, so that's definitely good. But then the episode literally then ended with Jason taking one more sniff of his own anti-fear toxin in his eyes, doing the typical lighting and dilating and everything. So yeah, so now I feel like he then actually did the whole fuck Crane kind of thing. So I mean, quickly counting back to Barbara, Barbara came up with the whole fuck Batman thing. Bruce actually tried to call Dick in the museum, and then Barbara was like, you know what, fuck Batman, we're out here, we're partners in crime, we're doing this thing, we're together, we don't need to worry about any other kind of vigilantes on our tail or anything. So she originally said for the fuck Batman thing, which Dick then repeats years and years later in Detroit. But then now Jason is also jumping on the fuck your mentor bandwagon, and he's doing a whole fuck Crane thing. So he did that, and then he actually gave the vials to the street rats and everything. So yeah, he has now officially I feel like he has at least partially dropped Scarecrow from his own kind of list of mentors and his own current kind of agenda and everything. So now we might see Jason going on with what's left of his anti-fear toxin, and then maybe just being Red Hood and actually doing whatever it is that he wants to do. So it'd be interesting to see where that leads him and exactly where that takes him. So that would be fun. And then Corey and Commander, we had some pretty good kind of sisterly fun with them, some good content with them. So I mean, Commander's still kind of stuck in that kind of mindset of being like the kind of higher class on Tamaran and having servants and toy servant toys that you play around with and everything. I think especially her pretty much immediately taking a shine to Connor too. Her seeing like the buff like super dude walking into the room and thinking, oh yeah, he must be mine to play with. He must be my servant. He must be the guy that caters to my any and every need. So her thinking that, and then kind of being reassured by Corey that, you know, like on Earth they don't have any of those kind of. I mean, some people. I mean, you know. If you're actual human royalty, then you probably do have those kind of class systems. But then where they are and in the system and in the kind of culture that they're in, they definitely don't have that, and that there are no servants within the Titans either. So, you know, she kind of had to kind of teach Blackfire this kind of whole new kind of way of living, and then this whole new kind of lifestyle that she had to adapt to, and that took some time. But she did take a shining to Connor. Even in the car, actually having that kind of conversation, having that small talk was actually really refreshing to see, and actually seeing Connor being able to talk to someone without worrying about who he was or what he was or any of that stuff. I mean, he told her he was half Kryptonian, half human and everything, so then she did kind of like relate a little bit to that, like to Connor's kind of struggle of actually finding out exactly who he is or what he is, or actually trying to find out who he wants to be and everything, with these two sides to him and everything. So that was cool. And then even her revealing that she actually is pretty much the black sheep of the family, and the black sheep of her people, because she is the one child born without fire. She has no fire. And I think it's a really interesting parallel to think about, because I think Corey kind of gave the story to Rachel in season 2 about how Tamaranian kids are actually, or at least like to Tamaranian girls, I think are actually given the bracelets that actually contain their fire until they're of age, and then until they're old enough to actually use it and understand it and everything. But with Corey, it's like not even bracelets could keep her fire contained, so she just she not only was born with the fire, but then she also just couldn't really keep it contained. Like, it was actually just coming out without much kind of restraint or much control. So it's like an interesting parallel between between them as sisters in so many different ways. But then especially with the powers, like one is born without fire and one is born without being able to actually control the fire. So those I think it's definitely then easy to see how the rivalries and how kind of different kind of sibling tensions would have been born too, because then Corey would have easily been treated as the kind of royalty and the more popular of the two, because then I think as much as they want to contain fire from a young age, I think the whole point is that they still value that power, and then they still value being able to actually produce kind of starfire and everything. So then with Corey, it's like, you know, oh wow, like she must be even more special, because then her powers just won't stop coming out, and her powers are just out of control, and she can do fire things at will. So yeah, but then with Blackfire, it's like, you know, she she has no fire, like she has no fire in her, so then she has none of those powers. But then she's also like her story about how they would both play pranks on people, and especially on their own parents, but then Blackfire would be the one who was actually punished for it, and also punished more severely too. So I think it's also because of the fact that their parents definitely must have favored Corey because of her power and the strength of her powers, and actually knowing how important she was to the future of their royal family and to the future of Tamaran as well. So then they kind of, maybe because of that they definitely kind of felt like actually playing a bit of favoritism and actually kind of favoring Corey over Commander and everything. But then they also then risk actually kind of giving Corey special treatment and actually showing Commander that she then matters less, or actually is less, because she doesn't have the same powers, or she doesn't have any powers at all. So then, you know, Commander then actually reveals that, you know, like she never truly created. I mean, she created initially she wanted Corey's power so badly because she saw how Corey was being treated with them, and she saw how positively she was being treated with them. But then in the end, she realized that, you know, she'd never truly, like, it would have been nice to have those powers, sure, but then she what she wanted deep down was the actual treatment, the actual fair treatment, and to actually be accepted, and to be accepted regardless of what she had or didn't have. Like she was treated differently for many reasons, but also like mostly because she was born without the powers. But then, you know, if she had still been raised with some equal judgment and equal treatment and actual equal kind of love as well, like in spite of actually not having the powers, then that acceptance would have gone miles in her actually not killing her parents and not killing the entire board of like Tamaranian council members or whatever, and her not actually turning into like or at least like her not committing acts of murder. So yeah, like Corey's story, Commander's story in this is just as, you know, like painful to hear and just as emotionally kind of heartbreaking to hear as the first time with her treatment compared to Corey's. So yeah, so then to actually see her being able to actually relate to Connor, too, like, I mean, with Connor, he only has half of his father's strength, too, like, he only has half of the Kryptonian strength and powers and everything, so he can still do a lot, he can still definitely do a lot, but then he still only has, like, half of it, and he's still kind of, like, he very easily can and often does use that to blame himself for any of his shortcomings or failures or anything, so there's that. And then, but this time, oh god, Connor, at least this time Connor got to do a round 2 with the heartbeat bomb thing, and this time he succeeded. This time he actually succeeded. I mean, this time we actually got to see the life-saving and the actual kind of deactivity using actually playing out and everything, so he just kind of plugs it in and it does his thing. But this time, I think, because of all the practice he had too, he actually managed to build one a lot quicker with just using the materials left over in the lab too, so then he actually got it from 80 to 50 to 20% kind of failure and stuff, so he still did his thing. So that much is commendable. But I think it's definitely easy to see Connor and Blackfire actually connecting over their different kind of life kind of experiences and who they are as people now and who they're trying to be and everything. So seeing her there is very, very cool. And I do wonder if she might join the team, because I think Connor did reassure her that she could be a Titan, but then because they're like all she'd really have to do is actually earn her way into the family and actually show them that she's serious about being a Titan, and that she's serious about not being evil and antagonistic and everything. So then she escaped the car, but then she actually just went straight back to Wayne Manor, and she was waiting for them there too. So she kind of made that point to Corey that, you know, like maybe now she can actually begin to try and trust her, or at least let her prove her worth and let her prove her own kind of keep and everything. So yeah, very much looking forward to seeing how Corey actually to how Commander actually blends in with the team from here on out, and actually how she actually gets along with them and actually works with them and everything. So that should be fun. And even at the very end too, she was actually checking out Connor's kind of backside. So I think she definitely fair to say that she's actually taken like somewhat of a shining to Connor. So yeah, that is pretty much all I've got from this one. So very, very fun episode. Interesting stuff with Babs and Dick again, and really cool stuff with Corey and Commander and everything. So that was fun. Going forward, hopefully Tim's parents survive, and hopefully Tim doesn't have to lose his parents in order to become like a bat vigilante or like a bat related vigilante or whatever. So hopefully his parents can live, and they can still making awesome food and still, you know, like living their best lives and everything. So hopefully that works out. And then Jason, it'll be interesting to see where he goes from here, and then seeing if he actually does fully drop Crane, or if he actually goes back to him in the end and apologizes or something. I don't know, but either way it'll be good to see where they actually take things from here. So if you can't tell, I am actually just kind of tired from this. It's pretty late at night, so I think this definitely will have to be the last thing I record today. So yeah, but fun episode. Definitely a very fun episode. So can't wait to see how things continue from here. But yeah, that was Titan Season 3 episode number 6. So thank you guys as always for being here and for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, then salt and burn that like button. Comment on what you thought of the episode and what you think is coming up next time on Titans. Once again, the full-length reaction will be available over on Patreon, so you can go check that over there. And yeah, that is it. So I will see you guys next time.